so today's notes are number 6. Make sure you put number 6 in your name. Number 6 in your name. Make sure you let me know if I go off the screen. All right, so what the distributive property does is it allows you to multiply a sum by a number, okay? Blah, 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 blah. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me, okay? Distributive property. So this is a property just like commutative, associative, identity. Guys, when you were doing the commutative, associative, identity, were we actually working out math problems? We were just labeling them, right? That's really what we're going to do here. Real quick. Yesterday, when we talked about the commutative property, we talked about how it's related to the word commute, changing places, changing location. We talked about how the word associative property is like groups of people, but it's grouping numbers with the parentheses. Distributive property, let's talk about the word distribute real quick. What does the word distribute mean? Kaden? To give or share. Hayden? To divide. Okay, let's kind of get away from math words. Maggie?
Sort of portion out, maybe?
To portion out. Oh, I like that one. Braden?
Give out.
To give out. To pass out. To portion out. I just distributed your notes papers to you, didn't I?
Yes.
Now, did I just go, Mason, you get a paper. Bailey, you get a paper. Eli, you get a paper. Michael, you get a paper. The rest of y'all can just write it down on your own. Is that how that worked? No, when I distributed it, I gave it to every single person. Do y'all agree with that? I gave it to every single person in this classroom. All right? That's going to be really important when we distribute. All right, here's what's important. When you distribute, it allows you to multiply. The distributive property allows you to multiply. So box that, underline it 5 times. Whatever you need to do, but you need to know that when you're distributing, what are you doing? We're multiplying it. All right, and when we're saying that we're multiplying, we're going to multiply it times everything in the group, okay? So everything, like here I pass it to every person in the classroom. We're going to pass it out to everything that's in the group. What makes groups? In math, what makes groups? Parentheses, okay? All right, so guys, I'm going to ignore these examples. I think they've kind of confused people today, and I'm just going to go straight down to these examples down here, and we're going to set them up together, okay? All right, so guys, it says use the distributive property to rewrite each expression. Am I working it out? Am I solving it? Am I getting an answer? No, I'm rewriting the problem. All I'm going to do is rewrite the problem. Do we understand that? You're not working out. You're not getting an answer. You're just going to rewrite the problem. Using multiplication. All right? So, I want you to look at number 1. Right now it says 8 times, because 8 is right next to parentheses. What does it mean if we're right next to each other? Times. Okay, multiplication. So it says 8 times, and then it says x plus 3 inside these parentheses. Now, guys, x plus 3. Does it tell me what x is?
No.
Can I add a letter and a number? No. As much as, like, in the past, you might have thought, oh, algebra is where you do math with letters. We found out. Do we actually have to do math with the letters? No. We change them to numbers and then do math. So can I do math right now? No. All right? But what we can do, guys, because of the distributive property, is I can take this 8 and I can distribute it. I can pass it out into the parentheses. So I'm going to do the first one for you, and then we'll look at the next one together, okay? So I'm going to pass the 8 to the x. I'm going to pass it to the x. That's what that arrow means. I'm passing the 8 to the x. What operation did I say in those directions? Allows you to multiply. Okay. All right, you ready? I want you to listen to this. I said 8 to x means 8 times x. The way we write 8 times x is just 8x. We just put them next to each other. All right. I want you to remember when you distribute, you have to pass it out to everything. Remember, I can't just give a notes paper to like 5 people. I've got to give it to every person. So I've got to pass the 8 to x. I've also got to pass it to 3. So guys, when I do 8, when I pass it to 3, that's 8 times 3, which is 24. Have I done anything with that addition sign? No, we're just going to keep it in the middle. The addition doesn't change. We just write it where it was. That's all you're doing. You're passing the 8 to the x. You're passing the 8 to the 3. That's it. This is our new problem. 8x plus 24. Can I work it out? No, I don't know what x is, guys. We're just rewriting the problem. Eli?
I thought that when you use the letters and you don't know what they are, I thought when you use the letters you put them in parentheses when you multiply.
So what you're thinking of is like if I have 8x, if I put a number there, like 8 and then 2, like if I put a 2 there, I have to put the 2 in parentheses, so it's not 82. But here I can see 8 is a number, x is a letter. We don't have to have the parentheses there. Okay, excellent question. Maggie?
Do any other operations work with the distributive property?
The distributive property allows you to multiply, and that is the only thing it allows you to do.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was
Right.
just wondering.
No, it's okay. Now, next year, I wanted to do it this year. I was told no. Okay. Next year, you will use the distributive property to go backwards, which means you're going the opposite. So, while the distribute allows you to multiply, when you're going backwards, it will allow you to divide. But we're not going to do that this year. So, for right now, let's just focus on distribute means to multiply, and then next year they'll add in that extra thing that you can do. And it's called, it has a different name too, so we're not even going to go there, okay? Excellent question there, Maggie. All right, so let's do number 2 together. So I've got to pass out the 5. What operation am I doing? Multiplication. So I'm going to pass 5 to m. What do I get when I pass 5 to my m, Jordan? 5m. Excellent job. Keep that plus sign there. Guys, you know, I'm not going to change the order ever. You're going to keep it just like it is, okay? So now, have I passed the 5 to everything? What else do I need to do? Raise your hand. What else do I need to do, Julia? I've got to also pass it to the 9. Now, what do I get when I pass it to the 9? Gabe? 45. Now, guys, here is my tip for you, okay? I got a little tip. All right? I'm drawing those arrows. When I draw the arrow, I write the number. Then I draw the other arrow, and I write the number. A lot of people today have been drawing the arrows, and then they've only been multiplying it by one of the things. Draw one arrow, write your new number. Draw the next arrow, write your new number. All right, the next one. It looks a little bit more complicated. It does. It's got a little bit more going on. It's the same process. I'm going to start. What's the first thing that 2 needs to be passed to? Eli, thanks for raising your hand. 7. So I'm going to pass 2 to 7. Remember, what operation are we doing? We're multiplying, so raise your hand. What do I get when I pass 2 to 7? Savannah? 14, because 2 times 7 is 14. We're going to keep our plus sign. We're not changing the order. It's staying just like it is. All right, what else do I need to pass the 2 to? Caitlin?
3.
The 3. Now, guys, you'll notice 3 and K are they're already connected, aren't they? So when I pass 2 to 3K, I'm just going to do 2 times 3, which is 6. And guys, we're just going to keep the K with it. We're just going to keep the K next to it. Because isn't K already being multiplied when I keep it like that? All right? So that's it. That's all we're doing. You're just going to take that number next to it and pass it out using multiplication. All right? You can see down here, this is where you're going to practice distributing on your own. It says continue on the back. Guys, when you flip it over to the back, this is what we did last night. Remember, I told you I want you to practice again with this? This is those properties. If you need help, look on number 5 in your notes, okay? If we need to write that up here, I'm going to put this right here, number 5 in notes, if you need help with that, okay?
So is this homework?
This is homework. The rest of it, you have plenty of time to finish. Everyone has been able to finish today. All right, distribute on the front. Name your properties on the back. Okay.